Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Big Papa V, and I am back with another video. So, as you can read by today's title, we are going to be filming Blogging 101. Now, I know that I haven't been blogging for that long, but it's been over a year now. I have over 60 something posts, and I think I've been doing really good with uploading every now and then, because before I was trying to work myself too hard, but now I think I've gotten to a correct pace for now. And I just want to share some tips with you guys that I realized over the year, and yeah, just how to become a great blogger, or a good one, a moderately good one. And you guys will see all of that right now, so let's go. Okay, so I'm just gonna get straight into it. I have a total of seven topics that I'm going to talk about today, and the first three are just topics that you first starting out will need, because I wish I would have known some of these things, because even though they seem kind of rudimentary, they are not. They are something that you will need to take to the grave with you, because if you're going to be a blogger, that is something that you have to dedicate yourself to. And I know that obviously, because I have been dedicated these past month or so. And yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. Okay, so the first topic is to be motivated. So to start a blog, you have to have a great mindset in mind. You can't just start a blog thinking that you're gonna be the best blogger out there, because trust me, I thought that my writing skills were great already, but as I've continued to write, my writing skills have improved, because I feel like what I write is a depiction of my own self. So if I was to write something that was subpar, and trust me, I probably have wrote it accidentally because I was tired or something, but trust me, your mindset is everything. So if you want to write, just make sure that you have a great mindset in mind that will take you far, because blogging is something that's very delicate. So just make sure that you know what you want to write about, and that you have the mindset for it. So yeah. Okay, next topic is understanding why you want to write. If you don't know why you want to be a blogger, then maybe you should rethink some things, because trust me, just saying, oh, I want to be a writer, I'm gonna start a blog, that is good enough. But trust me, if you start a blog without understanding exactly why you want to be a blogger, then you'll probably end up in a roadblock and be like, oh dang, I should have never started this blog, now I have to restart. Now I have to let it go because I'm not where I want to be. So just understanding why is very important. Don't just go into it without a plan or a goal, because if you don't plan correctly, then you'll probably fail, because you have to be consistent. You have to know when you'll upload, because you don't just upload whenever, because that could turn into you uploading every other day to you uploading every 2 weeks, and that is not good. That is fluctuating, and people don't like when you fluctuate. You have to let them know if you are going to, but just make sure that you understand why you're doing it first. Without a goal or a plan, you're basically just shooting in the dark. And honestly, things that you could examples for reasons why you're starting your blog are things like you want your kids to know stuff about you, like documenting your life, or you could use it to network and meet other bloggers, so in the future you'll be able to say that you started your blog and it's taking you to this place. So yeah, and eventually if you want, you can make money and also to inspire people. So those are a couple examples as to why you would start your blog. And yeah, if you want to inspire people, which is what
expired?
I haven't looked at it.
Okay.
So if you want to inspire people, which is what I do, that is a very good reason as to why you will start a blog, and you should do it as soon as possible. Trust me, you will not be regretful of it. Okay, so my third topic as to first starting out your blog is to find out what your blog will consist of, because I have struggled with writing only because I did not know where I wanted to be. After like the 15th post, I finally realized what I was doing it for, and I was like, okay, this is where I'm gonna be, because I feel like I can write continuously about what I've chosen. And yeah, what I've chosen is actually being inspirational, being motivational is more like what I do. And yeah, so if you want to check out my blog, you can, because it is very motivational, it's very inspirational, and it has some information in there too. And I'm only repeating these 3 things because that is what my blog consists of, and most people do get a lot of attention because people want to read something that is like that. So if your blog is going to be informational, just make sure that you know what you're posting about. Just don't post about random things at a time. Post, if you're going to be inspirational, post about things like life. You can post about things like graduating and like going to college. You could talk about like your future kids and stuff like that. And I just want to say that to make sure you have a wide variety of things to write about, don't just settle on one topic, because if you settle on one thing, you will eventually come to a point where you're like, oh dang, I don't know what to write about now. If you want, you can have like segments of things that you want to write about. What I meant by segments is I meant that you could do something like ick picks of the week. That's what I did on my blog, and I basically just picked out an item that was very cool or some people know very well, and I made a post about it. That was basically one of my specialty segments, and I did that every week, so you could do something different, like hair product of the week or car of the week or something like that. Whatever it correlates with your own channel. So moving on to the next part of the blogging 101 is being consistent. I put this one first for the, being a well-known blogger, because if you want to be a well-known blogger, trust me, being consistent is the most important thing that you will have to understand. Because if you upload every week or twice a week, that is like a good start. But as you go on, you would want to be uploading every other day or every day. I know some people who upload every day, and trust me, they are doing very well for themselves. They probably could have gotten famous or made money doing blogging because they are being that consistent. But trust me, if you want to upload every week, like once a week, do that. If you want to upload twice a week, that is very good for you, and you can do that. Me, I upload once a week because I've tried all of those options: writing twice a week, writing 3 times a week, writing every other day, which is like 3 times a week. But if you do those things and you can keep up with yourself and have very good topics to write about each time, then trust me, you are on your way to being a very well-known blogger. So, okay, next topic. Do not overwork yourself. I've tried to do every other day, and I've tried to do twice a week before, but I've realized that I could not keep up with those times. I'm gonna be honest, but I love to write, and honestly writing is one of my passions other than YouTube. But honestly, if you cannot upload every other day or 3 times a week or even twice a week, do not try to, because trust me, you will run out of ideas, you will have writer's block for that time, and you'll realize that you should have just stuck to the lakes and the rivers that you're used to. Because trust me, if you want to be a good writer, consistency is key. You don't want to be writing too much, and you don't want to be writing too little. Honestly, the best thing to do is start out little and then work your way up, which is what I've realized, honestly, because I've tried again to be consistent enough to where I've post like every other day, or what I've said before. But I realized that I should have just stuck to the rivers and the lakes, and not to some big old ocean of dang near writing every day. So if you want to be a great writer, start out little and then work your way up to doing it every other so often. So yeah, that's very good tip. This next topic is very important because it is just like being consistent, but it is looking for inspiration in practically everything. Because if you have a good enough variety of things to write about, you will be able to like look at a candle and get inspiration from that, or look at your mom and get inspiration from that. So if you want to be a great writer and you find yourself not having enough inspiration, just like try to brainstorm, or try to look for things, look between the lines, I should say. Because if you've written something great before, trust me, doing it again will not be hard. So just looking for inspiration and anything that you could brainstorm, that is very good, and you should always try that if you are struggling to find a topic to write about. Okay, last but not least is realize that you will get better with time. I know this is kind of like, oh, shouldn't I just be good already and not try to get better with time? No, that is not true. That is far from the truth, because I have been writing for a pretty long time. Ever since I was in 3rd grade, I've always wanted to be a writer. And honestly, if you want to get better, if you want to be a better writer, you can start a blog out of nowhere. You could, write with inspiration that you found in anything, like I've said. And if you start a blog because you want to be a better writer, if you want to get better at writing, that is completely okay, because most people do it for that reason, because they want to be a writer and they feel like blogging is one of the ways that they could flourish in writing. So just try your best with every post. Don't put out something that's terrible just because you want to meet a deadline, because that is one of the mistakes I've made. And I realized that people weren't interacting with those posts because they realized that, oh, this topic isn't that interesting to me, because what could you even possibly get from writing something about that? And honestly, it reflected in what I was doing. So don't put out something that's terrible because you want to meet a deadline. And it's better to write nothing than to write something that's subpar. If you're having writer's block, just try at first. But if you feel like what you're doing isn't as good, just let it go and write a small little something for your readers and tell them, hey, I'm having a really hard time putting out posts for you guys, so in the next so and so time I will be putting out a post for you guys. Please do not think that this is me ending, but this is going to be very important for you guys. So just realize that I'm doing this for you guys and not for myself because I'm lazy or something. But trust me, I'm not. Which is what I've done before. And yeah, it might seem like you're not doing enough, but trust me, if you put out something that's not worth reading, you will realize it, and you will realize that you should have just stuck to not doing it instead of, you know, doing it. So yeah, that is the last subject that I'm going to be having for you guys today. I just want to say thank you guys for reading. If I said reading, thank you guys for, you know, clicking on this YouTube video, and thank you for being here with me and, you know, going through these motions with me, because I had to write a lot, because I realized that maybe people do need things like this, because I did. And, you know, I'm happy that I could put this information out for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. It's your girl Big Papa V, and I'm out.